I'm here at the UFO crash site, which hasn't been open to the public for 71 years.
April 17th, 1897, a large silver cigar-shaped object came fluttering closer and closer to the Earth, struck a tower at Judge Proctor's house.
From secretly entering our skies to mysteriously landing on the ground. No matter how hard we try, aliens will always find a way of deceiving us.
I believe that I have found UFO wreckage from the Roswell crash site.
So stay with me to find out what the authorities did after they found a UFO crashed in Virginia. Near the sea, a strange event unfolded that caught the attention of several witnesses. They saw fiery lights falling from the clouds, heading straight for the water's surface. Upon impact, the lights have blown on the water, creating a brilliant flash. Some believed it was a UFO or an alien spaceship, while others thought it could be a UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. Despite many speculations, no one could say for sure what it was. One thing was certain though, it was an otherworldly thing, unlike anything they had seen before. Disappearance of mysterious UFO.
UFOs. Holy shit, there it is!
While filming in the dark sky, a man captured a disc-shaped object flying above him. At first, it seemed to move smoothly above him, but soon its flight became unpredictable. Then, out of nowhere, the saucer crashed to the ground. To the man's surprise, a strange creature came out of the wreckage and started moving toward him. The man kept filming, but just as the creature got closer, the video suddenly stopped. What happened next remains a mystery. No one knows what happened to him or the creature. There's no other evidence to explain the situation, and his disappearance has never been solved.
Wow! Holy shit!
Desert runway. While patrolling the desert skies, a fighter pilot spotted a strange thing, a disc-shaped object flying just below his plane. From the first glance, he knew it wasn't an ordinary sight. It resembled the UFOs often seen in movies. The shiny craft moved with precision, unlike anything man-made. The pilot recorded the scene, capturing the mysterious object as it hovered silently. Then, just as suddenly as it had appeared, the video ended. We don't know what happened next. Might have a chance that the UFO has lost its way home and came for help. Landed in trees.
You can see the moon way over there.
In the quiet town of Brampton, Ontario, Canada, a farming family experienced a night they'd never forget. A glowing UFO descended silently into the trees on their property, its eerie light cutting through the darkness. The craft hovered as if it was preparing to land, leaving the family frozen in awe and fear. It was a sight that defied all logic and explanation. It was both amazing and deeply unsettling, as they wondered what might come next. Unfortunately, to this day, there has been no explanation for this strange phenomenon. UFO in forest. An adventurer in the woods was on an exciting exploration when suddenly he spotted a weird sight in the distance. It was a glowing object with an odd shape, something that didn't look like anything he had ever seen before. Intrigued, he cautiously moved closer. With curiosity. Just as he reached a safe distance, the object suddenly lifted off the ground and sped away into the sky, disappearing in seconds. Once it was gone, he stood there in shock, slowly realizing what he had just seen. It wasn't just any object, it was an alien ship, and he had experienced a real-life extraterrestrial encounter. Maury Island Incident.
Object in the field over there with lights that were spinning, and it was something we had never seen before.
On June 21st, 1947, a family and 2 dock workers were boating near Maury Island when they saw 6 flying discs overhead. Suddenly, something blew up, which caused the hot metal to fall. Scared, they quickly rushed to the shore as the discs flew away. According to them, the next day, a mysterious man in black approached and urged them to stay silent about the incident.
You shouldn't tell anyone else what you saw.
Although it was later dismissed as a hoax, some UFO researchers believe the Maury Island event holds significance, alongside other well-known events like Roswell. Today, it's remembered with an annual UFO festival in Burien, celebrating the town's connection to the mystery.
The boat's being badly damaged, so they are so frightened they take that 50-foot boat and they actually race it up on the beach on Maury Island to get off the boat and hide in cliffs that were there.
Galactic encounter. While hiking up a remote hill, hikers stumbled upon what looked like a collided spaceship. Its sleek structure resembled the UFOs from the legends, making the sight even more unbelievable. Rumors quickly spread, labeling it a Galactic Federation UFO impact, while officials declared all of it as nonsense. Still, whispers of extraterrestrial alliances began to grow. For the hikers who saw it up close, the experience was unforgettable, something they'd talk about for years to come, even as the truth about the bizarre craft remained hidden in speculation.
Oh my God, why are y'all...
South Haven Park, UFO.
Kind of UFO was something that flew over West Babylon and had headed east and crashed in South Haven Park.
On November 24th, 1992, people in Suffolk County, New York, saw a fiery object shoot across the sky and smash into South Haven County Park. Soon after, the area was closed off by officials and military trucks arrived. Some said the collision started a fire, while others talked about strange glowing pieces. Officials called it a meteor or a plane issue, but UFO fans had other ideas, of course. They believed it was an alien craft secretly taken away. No clear answers were ever given, though, but the event still makes people think what really was that night.
Eyewitnesses say that the entrances to this park were closed shortly after the crash. They say they were stopped by roadblocks and they saw fire engines.
Alien remains recovered.
Early in the morning of April 17, 1897, a large silver cigar-shaped object came fluttering closer and closer to the earth, struck a tower at Judge Proctor's house, exploded, scattering debris all over the place.
In 1997, a shocking event unfolded on a farm in the USA. A UFO was seen colliding with a windmill, smashing into the fields below. Witnesses rushed to the scene, discovering the wreckage scattered across the farm. It became clear that the craft wasn't from this world, as inside it, a lifeless alien pilot was found. The townspeople, in disbelief, buried the body and cleaned up the spacecraft, hiding it in a well to keep the whole thing a secret. Over the years, the incident became a legendary story in the town, with locals still rumoring about the UFO impact that happened all these years ago.
I'm not sure that we'll ever know what they were seeing. What I am sure is they saw something.
Disappearance of Mexican UFO.
This object was traveling and descending through steps, unlike that of a meteor again.
A Mexican recovery team discovered a 16-foot silver, oval-shaped disc in the desert, resembling a saucer. Although there were no bodies inside, it showed signs of damage from 2 collision spots. The Mexican government took control of the craft, but as the convoy moved, something happened. The team members were found lifeless. It was said they had encountered an extraterrestrial. American forces then took over, and the evidence, along with the UFO, mysteriously disappeared. Now only the governments of the US and Mexico know what actually happened, while the rest of us just speculate.
The US government responded very expertly, very quickly and very organized. They had this team that assembled in Fort Bliss, and in no time were down there on site recovering this.
Falling UFO.
MPC, be advised, from our vantage point, we do not see a rogue shoot.
Footage recently surfaced showing an object speeding toward Earth, as if it was being pulled by gravity. It seemed to have come from far up in the sky, looking like some kind of spaceship or UFO. The object dropped into the sand at high speed, and it was clear that if it had hit anything harder, it would have exploded. After it landed, no one came out, and the video ended abruptly. No one knows what exactly happened. For now, it is unsolved, with no answers in sight.
5, 8, 5 past the hour.
Evidence sparks old debate.
I believe that I have found UFO wreckage from the Roswell crash site.
In New Mexico, an expert reignited the debate over the infamous 1947 Roswell UFO crash. While the government insisted it was just a weather balloon, this expert backed the original discoverer's claim, believing the wreckage was indeed from an extraterrestrial craft. Determined to prove his theory, he revisited the impact site and discovered a small piece of pure aluminum. Tests on the material revealed unusual properties, supporting his UFO theory. However, despite his findings, officials still dismissed it as nothing but a balloon.
There was a lot of rather thick foil-like material, not a shiny aluminum, but burnished or a slate gray type of aluminum metal.
Uncovering Roswell secrets. A video recently surfaced showing what appeared to be a secret lab with debris from the 1947 Roswell UFO incident. The footage clearly showed metallic fragments, panels with strange symbols, handprints on unusual alloys, and translucent fibers. These items looked unlike anything made on Earth, adding to the mystery. The video's authenticity is still debated, but the images were undeniable. The footage has sparked renewed interest in the Roswell incident, with many believing it showed clear evidence of extraterrestrial technology being recovered and stored away in secret. Desert encounter. While exploring the desert, a group of friends noticed a strange thing in the distance. It was an object with flames behind it, as if it was about to crash. They quickly started speculating it might be a UFO, especially since the saucer-shaped craft was moving so fast. Just as they got closer, the video abruptly ended. No one knows what happened next, leaving the incident wrapped in a mystery. Despite their guesses, the true story behind the object and where it went has never been revealed, making the strange sight even more confusing. Triangle-shaped UFO. A strange, pyramid-like triangle-shaped object was spotted hovering over the Kremlin in Moscow, visible to everyone in the city. The unusual sight quickly grabbed attention, sparking both curiosity and fear among the public. As the object remained in the sky, people speculated about its origin. The police remained silent, offering no explanation, while the aerospace department was left stunned and confused. Many people began to believe the object was a UFO from another world. This only sparked more speculation, with some wondering if extraterrestrial visitors had made contact. The lack of answers made things more confusing, with people wondering what the strange object was and why it appeared. UFO sighting in California. On April 4, 2019, a black object was seen drifting across the skies of California, catching the attention of many onlookers. Its unusual shape and movement led some to believe it was a UFO. The object was visible across much of the state, flying at a high altitude. Despite the attention it received, the sighting remains unexplained. No official explanation has been offered, and the event has only added to California's long history of unexplained aerial phenomena. People continue to debate what they saw. Some are convinced it was just a drone, while others firmly believe it was evidence of real aliens.
It looks like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is.
Military base UFO.
Goes to touchdown, we actually see a triangular-shaped UFO, like something that would be right out of an alien movie.
In September 2018, a routine landing by an F-18 on the USS Ford turned into an unexpected spectacle over the Mediterranean. As the jet touched down, a triangular-shaped UFO appeared in the footage, leaving viewers stunned. The object resembled no known aircraft, but the shape of historical UFO sightings, such as saucers and cigar-shaped crafts. The video quickly spread, sparking intense debate among UFO enthusiasts. Iranian media claimed it was proof of a U.S. alien conspiracy. However, when an official version of the footage was released without the UFO, suspicions grew.
UFOs have been certain types of shapes. You've got cigar UFOs, saucer UFOs, and triangle UFOs.
Mystery from 1941. In 1941, near Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a UFO impact was said to have occurred, catching the attention of local authorities. Witnesses reported seeing a strange metallic craft and 3 small humanoid figures lying nearby. These beings had large heads, thin limbs, and skin unlike anything seen before. A minister was called to perform the last rites and later described their appearance as otherworldly. The event was kept hidden, and rumors of a government cover-up continued for years. To this day, the mystery of the Cape Girardeau UFO incident remains unsolved. Even today, no one has an answer for that. Silpho Saucer Incident. On December 9, 1957, the Silpho Saucer Incident shocked the whole of the UK. It is often compared to the famous Roswell event. A metal disc the size of a dustbin lid was found in Yorkshire, covered with unusual symbols. Inside, there were thin sheets that resembled alien messages, supposedly urging humanity to pursue peace. While many skeptics dismiss the discovery as a hoax, the true origins of the object remain a mystery. It continues to capture the interest of both researchers and conspiracy theorists. They, of course, love to explore such discoveries. Unknown saucer. A mysterious video surfaced showing a disc-shaped saucer that bashed onto Earth's surface. The shiny object, unmistakably a UFO, appeared to be intact at first before it collided with the ground, tearing into pieces upon impact. The footage captured the moment of the impact, offering a clear view of the unusual craft. But as the video ended, the camera cut out abruptly. The true origin of the UFO, how it came to impact, and what happened to the destruction remains unknown, leaving the story covered in complete secrets with no official explanation. Saucer on Google Earth. A recent Google Earth discovery has sparked curiosity, showing a mysterious, disc-shaped object at the top of a hill that resembled a collided UFO. The satellite images reveal what appears to be the remains of a saucer-like craft, seemingly abandoned and undisturbed for years. What made this find even more confusing was the absence of any signs of passengers on board or more pieces of the wreckage. This strange sight has raised numerous questions. Could there be more to the story that has been hidden for decades? Perhaps the truth may never come to light. Glimpse of unknown. A large flying saucer was spotted hovering over a mountain range, unlike anything seen before. Its shape and appearance made it clear it was an otherworldly creation, a UFO of immense size. The craft moved in a manner that suggested it was on a tour of our planet, slowly gliding over the land. As it passed behind the hills, it disappeared from view. Some believed it disappeared into the distance, while others speculated it may have landed somewhere hidden from view. Yet the truth is still unknown. UFO in Puerto Rico. A remarkable video surfaced from Puerto Rico showing what seems to be a flying saucer colliding into the ocean. The footage captured the disc descending rapidly towards the water before hitting its surface. Its shape and movement closely resembled a UFO, and many thought about its origin and purpose. Was this a genuine extraterrestrial encounter, or was it something else entirely? The mysterious video sparked heated debate online, with people speculating about its authenticity and the true nature of the object. UFO dumping trash. A bizarre video emerged online showing what appeared to be a metallic flying disc, believed by some people to be linked to Area 51. As the footage zoomed in, a strange phenomenon occurred. Something was ejected from the bottom of the disc. The object seemed to release an even smaller craft, almost as if giving birth to a mini UFO. This smaller craft later appeared in a forest in Brazil, where a crowd had gathered around it, baffled by its mysterious presence. Despite their attempts to understand it, the metallic ball seemed to defy all logic and explanation. Some called it one of the most bizarre footage ever recorded. Beach scare. While enjoying their relaxing day on the beach, people suddenly noticed a black object hovering just above their heads. At first, they thought it was a drone, but it was much bigger and far more unsettling. Turns out, it was an otherworldly saucer, a UFO. As they realized what was happening, they got scared and started running. The UFO remained stationary though, but just for a moment before it slowly disappeared into the distance. Everyone stood there, still unsure of what they had just seen. Thankfully, the UFO didn't return, but the sight stayed with them, leaving a lasting impression on all who saw it. Hiker's discovery.
Well, there you go. There's the proof yourself.
While hiking along a cliffside, a man noticed a large, disc-shaped object in the distance. It was silver, just like the classic UFOs seen in movies. Unlike other sightings, though, this one wasn't moving, which made him think it had just landed. He wondered if there were any passengers nearby, but since the object was far off, he felt safe for the moment. He decided not to get too close and continued on his hike, leaving the mysterious saucer behind. But it was an encounter that he'd never forget, even though he would walk away from it without further incident.
I've managed to get up to here where you can't be seen.
Strange UFO spotted.
Well, Simon.
On July 6, 2014, a strange sighting occurred in Milan, Italy, when numerous bright, unidentified objects appeared in the skies. Residents captured the event on video, which showed the objects constantly changing shape. At first, they appeared as floating orbs, but as the footage progressed, they transformed into shapes that resembled beings, almost angelic in appearance. Each fragment of the formation seemed to glimmer like tiny stars, but they weren't stars. They were aliens showing themselves openly in the sky. UFO sighting in Canada. In February 2019, a truck driver in Canada recorded a large, glowing orb in the sky. The object was clearly not the sun, and it appeared to move alongside the truck as it drove down the road. The video ended shortly before revealing what happened next, leaving many to think what this mysterious object was. Some people claimed it could have been a UFO, while others suggested it might be something more unusual, like a demonic orb. The sighting has sparked much debate and curiosity, but no clear explanation has emerged. It just adds to the growing list of unusual aerial sightings around the world. Riverside wreckage. While exploring a forest, a group of adventurers came across a river where they spotted large, odd-shaped fragments scattered across the water. These fragments were black in color and appeared to be part of a giant saucer. The design didn't seem familiar, making it clear to them that these pieces weren't from planet Earth. The unusual nature of the debris led them to believe it had come from an alien craft. As they examined the fragments, the mystery deepened, giving rise to a ton of questions. What had brought this otherworldly object to the river? And more importantly, for what purpose? UFO sighting. On November 20th, 2017, in Australia, a local watched in amazement as a flying saucer slowly took off into the sky. The craft clearly resembled an alien spaceship, its design unlike anything human-made. It seemed to leave the area as though its mission on Earth was complete. The saucer moved steadily, disappearing into the distance, leaving the observer wondering where it was headed next. This strange event added to the growing curiosity about unexplained sightings in the sky. What was the mission? No one knows, and probably never will. Hiker's discovery. While hiking in the forest, two friends noticed an unbelievable sight in the sky. A giant spaceship hovered above them, looking like it came straight out of a movie. Below it, a smaller, round-shaped object floated, almost like a mini UFO. The sight was completely silent, and there was no one around it. The friends were scared, staring in awe, unsure of what they were seeing. The two strange objects stayed in place for a while, moving slowly without a sound. After a few moments, they silently drifted out of sight and never seen again. Burning saucer mystery. Not a plane, nor a helicopter. This time it was the alien craft that faced an engine malfunction. The strange flyer was seen in the skies over Brazil, but something was clearly wrong with it. It looked like it had been hit. It struggled to stay in the air, but couldn't hold on for long. Moments later, it fell to the ground with pieces flying everywhere. Strangely, there was no sign of anyone or anything inside. Might have a chance that they were here long ago, but now they have left it here, and they have gone their way. Desert discovery. A video surfaced online that showed workers recovering a strange, space-like object from the desert. Its worn-out condition suggested it had bashed here years ago. The object's design looked unlike any human-made craft, which, of course, led many to believe it might be an alien spaceship. There was no sign of aliens or clues about how it ended up here. People speculated about its origins and purpose, wondering if it came from another world perhaps. Some believed it was an alien spaceship, while others were unsure. Its purpose and origins still remained unknown. UFO washed up. Beachgoers in Russia were left stunned when an ordinary beach day took an unexpected turn. A massive spaceship-like object appeared on the shore. Its size and design closely resembled a UFO, making it unlike anything they had seen before. Curious onlookers gathered around. Some even attempted to investigate the strange craft. However, despite their efforts, they couldn't uncover much about its origins or purpose. The mysterious object remained unknown after weird animals and creatures looked like we had to be ready to see such spaceship stuff being shown up to beaches without any reason. Laying low. While wandering through the greenery, a local stumbled upon an unbelievable sight. Initially, he saw a disc-shaped object silently hovering in the sky, and then, to his amazement, a glowing portal appeared in front of the craft. The disc slowly moved into the portal and vanished without a trace. Stunned, he realized he had just witnessed something exceptional, a UFO. This experience left him speechless, as what he saw felt like it belonged in a story, not real life. It was surely a sight he would never have imagined, but somehow witnessed it. UFO on loader. A local recorded a strange scene on video, a saucer-shaped object being loaded onto a truck. It looked like it had been damaged after hitting the ground, but here's the wild part. The craft was still intact. People quickly started whispering about it being an alien UFO. But the big question? There was no sign of whoever or whatever was inside. Did they escape? Were they taken somewhere? Nobody knows. The scene left everyone confused, and the absence of the passengers only made it more interesting to imagine what really happened. UFO landing. A video surfaced showing a massive spaceship levitating in the sky. It looked like it was searching for a suitable spot to land. Its enormous size made it clear that this was no ordinary craft. It was something from another world, a UFO perhaps. The spaceship hovered silently, with its shape and size far beyond anything known to man. As the video ended, viewers were left curious about the purpose of the UFO. Many believed it was proof of aliens visiting Earth, perhaps on a tour of our world. Their intention, some speculated, might be as we've imagined in movies. City chaos. A video emerged showing a scene straight out of a movie, except this time, it happened in real life. A giant spaceship-like craft bashed in the middle of a busy city, shocking the onlookers. The enormous craft appeared to have come out of nowhere, leaving people stunned and unsure of what to do next. As the video ended, details about the location and what happened next remained unknown. No one knows where this impact occurred, or what happened to the craft and the passengers on board. The bizarre event continues to spark curiosity to this day. UFO on the road? A resident recorded a scary video from his room window on an ordinary evening. Instead of cars moving on the street, something far more unsettling caught his eye. In the middle of the road, there was a collided UFO. Yep, the smoke was still billowing from it clearly. This thing had just come down. The eerie sight left the resident in surprise, unsure of what to make of it. The strange craft, which seemed to have appeared out of nowhere, raised a ton of questions. What had happened to its passengers, and why had it hit in the middle of a quiet neighborhood? Roswell UFO incident. While on his ride across the ocean, a boatman spotted a massive thing rising from the water's surface. At first, he thought it might be a dolphin or some other sea creature. But as it emerged, he quickly realized it wasn't anything from the sea. It was a spaceship. The strange aircraft hovered above the water, almost as if it had come through a secret portal. Before the boatman could process what he was seeing, the ship went off into the sky and disappeared, left in awe, confused about what he had just witnessed. Where it came from was clear from another world, and what it was here for, that was clear too to know about us. UFO spotted in Jerusalem. A resident of Jerusalem filmed an unforgettable sight in the sky above the old city, near the Dome of the Rock. A bright ball of light hovered over the buildings before descending close to the ground. It paused for a brief moment and then went upwards with incredible speed, disappearing in less than a second. The light flashed brightly just before vanishing. Witnesses were left in awe, unsure of what they had just seen. Given the significance of the location, some said that this could be a part of a larger and unexplainable event yet to be fully understood. UAP caught on camera. On December 19, 2014, a video emerged online showing a group of objects moving from west to east. The onlooker described their movement as graceful and completely silent. Each object appeared to revolve around a central point, maintaining a consistent radius and repeating the same motion. Some viewers speculated that the lights could be UFOs. However, scientists ruled out meteorites, explaining that meteor particles move at a constant speed, unlike the varying speeds seen here. They suggested the lights could be an optical effect, possibly caused by laser projections, or it could be a unique firework display. But in the end, no one knows for sure if was it a meteorite, a UFO, or something else entirely. UFO debris discovered.
The pair say they are unsure what it is or how it ended up on their land.
On a quiet grain farm in Saskatchewan, a routine day in late April took an unexpected turn. While working in the fields, a farmer and his son discovered a strange piece of junk. At first, it looked like discarded trash, but a closer look revealed scorch marks and materials like carbon fiber and aluminum honeycomb, suggesting it had fallen from the sky. The family, with generations of farming experience, brought this 100-pound object home for further inspection. Experts suggested it might be satellite debris, similar to an unusual find in the area decades ago. While it might be related to the story, but still not valid proof of that.
After that, we got closer and we don't know what it is.
And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. In the late 1960s, there were reports of a UFO colliding near the town of Berezniki in the Soviet Union. It was said that Soviet workers found a disc-shaped craft with a strange humanoid creature inside it. Later, unverified footage appeared, showing the creature being examined at a medical institute in Moscow. The strange being looked just like the aliens often seen in movies. After the Soviet Union collapsed, more stories about the collision leaked out, but the Russian government denied all the claims. No shock there. Even so, many people still believe the impact was real and connected to mysterious events happening in the Soviet forest.